In this video, I'm going to talk you through the levels I created as a portfolio piece. I'll be talking you through many different things which happened during the development, while screenshots of the level will appear in the video. The screenshots may not always relate to what I am saying. For my portfolio piece, I had to create something with an oriental theme and based around a temple. I also decided that I wanted a peaceful starting level where the player can take in the surroundings. This level would contain stone walls, showing the player that the temple they will soon be entering is a royal temple, guarded by that stone wall and a moat. To keep this temple looking oriental, I used many of the ASC packages within the Unreal Editor. I tried to add as many static meshes into the level as possible, so there was always something for the player to look at whilst they were running around the level. Whether that was grass and mushrooms on the floor, statues of soldiers scattered around the level, or cherry blossom trees. For my second level, I wanted to create a contrast from the first level, and create a stealth and timing based game, where the player had to avoid enemy guards running around the temple whilst collecting 5 keys. I designed it so the player only had 3 lives to work with, and without dying they had to collect the 5 keys and then progress to the end of the level to get to the next floor. The player must collect all 5 of the keys, otherwise they will not be allowed to progress onto the next floor. Throughout my project, I stuck very closely to my project timeline and created everything in the same order and same time as the project plan. This included doing research on top-down games and Japanese temples, as well as time to create the website where my portfolio pieces would be uploaded onto. The only thing that didn't quite go to my plan was creating a third level. I felt that more time needed to be spent on level 2, therefore all the time I had planned for spending on level 3, I pushed it towards creating level 2. I felt doing this gave me more time to tweak and fiddle about with the Kismet inside of level 2, therefore creating a more polished level. I originally planned to create my levels in UDK, but given the time I had to complete this project, I felt that I wouldn't have had enough time to create enough assets to fill and create levels 1 and 2. Another issue I had with both of my levels was scaling. In my first level, I felt that most of the things were to scale, except for the archways leading towards the temple. However, I quickly solved this issue by decreasing the height of each archway. In my second level, it seemed that my player is much smaller compared to all of the objects in the level, including the geometry. I could not resolve this issue in time, as I was unsure how to scale up the player and bots in this level, and it would have taken too much time to scale everything else down. Another issue I had was getting my 2 levels to stream as if they were one level as a whole. I had many issues where I could get level 2 to become visible once player has set off the trigger for it, however level 1 would stay visible as well, meaning the levels would clash and overlap. I solved this issue by adding a teleport in, so the player teleported to the second player's start of the second level. To solve the overlapping level problem, I raised the entire first level above where the second level became visible. This worked, as because the camera is locked onto the player in level 2, They cannot look up to see the first level, therefore it works in this situation. Overall, I felt the levels I created fit the project brief, as well as keeping to a high standard of level design. The only thing I was disappointed in was the scaling in level 2. I wouldn't have been able to create this level without the help of the 3D Buzz tutorial, How to Make a Top-Down Game in Unreal Tournament 3. Thank you all for watching.